Happy Friday morning, everyone. Sunshine here with a weekly check-in. Week 3 on tea. Pretty pumped about it. I don't know why I'm finding these weekly check-ins where I talk to the camera helpful, maybe even therapeutic on some level. So I'm gonna keep it rolling. You're welcome to grab a coffee, join me. If not, keep scrolling. That's cool too. I want to dedicate today's post to resources. As a trans person, I really struggled being able to express myself because I didn't have resources and information readily available. I didn't know how to access it, maybe is the better way to describe that. But for folks that have never questioned their gender, for folks that maybe are and new to the process, I think this could be helpful in just sharing kind of what I was able to finally access to help me. So the first book I picked up was Gender Magic by Ray McDaniel. They are a non-binary therapist, so it's written from a very therapeutic lens. Ways to find joy expressing your gender that feels right to you and releasing a lot of the shame associated with that. So much of the trans experience is related to suffering, just surviving, being able to pass was like the baseline level. And that's not okay. We should be able to live fully, out loud, authentically, without guilt and shame. So, Gender Magic is a really good resource. The second book I read was He, She, They by Schuyler Bailar, someone I've been following on social media for a while. The book is all about how we talk about gender and why it's important. If you are new to transgenderness and it's a foreign concept to you, this would be a really good book to help you understand where someone like me is coming from. What they do is go through a lot of the terminology that has helped folks like me be able to identify, like label myself in a way that authenticates who I am. So, for context, we live in a very binary world, male, female. Those are the two gender markers that are prescribed at birth. Assigned at birth is a better way to describe that. I was assigned female at birth, but I feel like I've always gravitated towards more masculine tendencies. Your gender marker basically determines how you're going to be treated, what clothes you're going to wear uh, for the rest of your childhood into adulthood, until you find ways to say, wait, that doesn't feel right. For those of you that have never questioned your gender, man, it's got to feel nice. For those of us that have experienced gender dysphoria and then during the process were redirected or corrected because we were expressing non-gender conforming behaviors, it really makes you feel like you're not okay, like you're not right, and then the shame and the guilt starts to creep in. So, for example, one of my earliest memories of being redirected was standing in the bathroom mirror, pretending to shave like dad did. My mom walking in and catching me and saying, "Girls don't do that. Don't do that." Other things would be like in high school, walking into my parents' closet to steal clothes, borrow clothes, and never borrowing from mom's side, always wanting to borrow from dad's side and getting in trouble for that. Um, wanting to hide the pads and the tampons so my brothers wouldn't know that I had started my period. Literally breaking out into sweats when I would have to go bra shopping. Puberty for anybody is difficult, but it's different when you are entering into a body that you don't want, that feels so uncomfortable to you. So, being able to find the resources to validate how I felt, see people on the TV, hear people talking about these things that I was experiencing was life altering, and helped give me the confidence to be able to say it out loud. Grateful to have a safe space through my partner, my wife, Michelle, who would listen and give me that space to explore and I guess try out the words for the first time. Um, Yeah, so I would like to encourage anybody that's curious, wants to know how to be an ally, struggling themselves, find some of these books. Gender Magic, He, She, They, um, Before We Were Trans, Gender Euphoria. These are all great resources to understand better where someone like me is coming from in the trans experience. I want to help make it not a negative thing. I want it to be positive. I am so grateful that I am in a space in my life where I have received nothing but support. Um, and I've built this great community. I'm not worried about being discriminated at work. I'm not worried about violence towards me. But these are real threats and worries that a lot of trans people experience. Finding the care and the other things, gender affirming care through doctors and other things, was also very difficult. I did try several years ago and I just didn't know where to start, and I didn't have the confidence to be able to do it. So I'm grateful that I finally am now. Um, yeah, so I just wanted to share those resources with y'all. You can also do a giant deep dive into Google, and I don't know, end up in places you probably don't need to be, but that's another place to find information. Um, Thanks so much for listening. I don't know if this was helpful or not, but I felt compelled to share. And if I find some more helpful resources, I will definitely share them with y'all. I hope everyone has a great weekend, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye.